Hello there, traders! Hello mga ka-champion! Welcome to another episode ng ating Learn From Scratch Forex Champion Series. So for today's episode, I will be discussing about how to catch the big move of the market. Kasi marami nagtatanong sa akin, Sir, ano bang time frame ang gamit mo? Ano pa? Marami ding nag-message sa akin, Sir, ano ba yung pinaka-best na time frame? Isa lang lagi ko sinasagot, I utilize every time frame available for my optimal entry. So, napakahalaga ng tinatawag na top-down analysis for seeing the big picture para sa iyong optimal entry at ma-analyze mo ang move ng market. Okay? So, para maintindihan nyo, later on, I will discuss. So, tara, let's start. Okay. So, last time, diba, huminto tayo sa trading indicators kung saan ginagamit yung moving averages at RSI at yung reason bakit hindi kami gumagamit ng indicators. So for this episode, I will discuss sa inyong lahat ano ang importance ng top-down analysis and how we can capitalize on the big move of the market. Di ba? So as you can see, may mga nakalatag na akong lineup for the next episodes. So, sabi ko sa inyo, if you have any suggestions na gusto kong i-discuss, I always add pag alam kong hindi pa may isasama doon sa aking series of videos. So, ito, later on, maintindihan nyo how to always win in Forex. So, napakagandang topic niyan. And napakahalaga. So, subaybayan nyo. And for now, focus muna tayo sa top-down analysis at ano ang kanyang importance. So, tara, let's move on. Alright. So, ito, ano ba yung top-down analysis? So, I have 3 rules for doing top-down analysis. Napakasimple lang. So, I guess, marunong na kayo, di ba? Mag-analyze sa mga candle, magbasa ng candle, mag-identify ng trend, yung buying, selling, pressure concept. So, more or less, naiintindihan nyo na ano yung mga pinagsasabi ko from the past videos. So, for now, ano ba tong top-down analysis? So, tingnan natin. So, ang rule ko, unang-una, seeing the big picture prior or before looking for opportunity. Napakahalaga niyan. So, kasi napaka-common mistake ng mga traders. They always, use only a single time frame. Like, 1 hour lang ako kasi mas komportable ko dun eh. Smooth lang. O kaya yung iba naman, Sir, 5 minutes ako eh kasi in and out lang ako, scalping. So, I don't know, but for me, it is better to do multi-time frame analysis or top-down analysis when every time you take a trade for an optimal entry. So, sabi ko nga, it is up to you, but I guess I will explain naman kung ano ang importance ng top-down analysis. So, next ay identifying significant key levels of support and resistance. So, napaka-basic na nito sa inyo. So, I guess, natutunan nyo na yan last episodes. So, ano yung major or key support levels at paano siya nagiging significant. And then, entry on a lower time frame. This is very important. Bakit? Nami-minimize natin, napapalit natin yung risk if pupunta tayo sa mas maliit na time frame for what? An optimal entry. So, yan ang pinaka-basic top-down analysis concept or rules na pina-follow ko every time I take trades. So, again, it's based on market structure. So, if I go onto the charts, let's go onto the charts. Alright. So, as you can see, nandito tayo ngayon sa GBP, CHF, or Pound Swiss. British Pound, Swiss Franc. So, ang title ng video na to is how to catch the big move of the market. So, example, Sir, paano ko ba ako makapag-capitalize ito? May mga traders kasi na, sir, ang nakakakuha sila ng pips na ano eh. What? 800, 700? Paano kaya yun? So, normally, this is done on a swing trade level or type of trading. Kasi we are on a higher time frame. For this instance, nasa daily tayo. But for the sake of this presentation, napakagandang example at i-explain ko sa inyo how we can get this or how we can catch this big move. Alright? So, ano nga yung sabi sa presentation? Balikan natin ulit ha. Ano yung sabi? Seeing the bigger picture prior to looking for opportunity. And then, identifying significant key levels. And then, for a lower time frame, look for entry. Right? So, nilalagan ko lang para pag in-explain ko yung charts, mas maintindihan nyo ano yung sinasabi ko. Alright? So, again, seeing the big picture. Anong nakikita ko? Again, we want to capitalize on this. So, kunwari, kasi hindsight na yan, nakita nyo na, and madali na explain. However, ano yung analogy behind that at paano tayo makakapag-trade and capitalize on this big move? So, imagine nyo, wala pa to. Alright? Para himay-himayin natin, paano tayo makakapag-optimal entry dyan, at ano, paano ko makakapitalize yung big move of the market. So, again, look for key significant level. So, where are we at the market? Diba? Ano? Where are we at the market? May key significant. Oh, I can even go to a higher time frame more than daily. So, I'm now at the weekly. So, kitang-kita. Where are we at the market? Where are we? Yan. We are on a weekly time frame, perspective. We are on a what? What? Support key level. Okay? Kita naman, di ba? The price rejects, buying pressure, bumalik, nag-bounce. So, what now? Tandaan nyo, dito tayo. You see, on a weekly perspective, what? Kaya ko lang, meron tayong candle sa ilalim na red. So, ibig sabihin yun, what? Na-break niya alin? Na-break niya what? Na-break niya yung major key support level. So, what do I expect? Possible, later on, it will become what? A resistance. Alright? That is on a level on a weekly time frame. But if I go on a daily, mas magiging detail yung mga candles. Alright, kita nyo. Kanina, isang candle lang on a weekly time frame. But for now, sa daily time frame, ano nakikita natin? Ayusin ko lang to. Ano nakikita natin? What do we see on a daily time frame? Merong, what? Green candles. Di ba? Merong green candles. Ibig sabihin, after that big move, how do you call this? Red candle, there will come a time na magko-correct ang, ang, what? Ang price. So, di ba dati, to? What is this? Di ba dati support? Di ba support? Support siya on a weekly time frame level. But it was broken. So now, ano na yan? On a daily perspective, for me, it is a what? It will become a resistance level. Key resistance level. This is... kita nyo naman, di ba? Na-break siya. Na-break nung na-break, di ba? Alright, na-break siya. So, ano pa nakikita kong key level on a daily perspective? What? Whoop. Ito. Nag-react dito yung price. Again, it is not just a line. For me, it is a zone. Diba? It's a zone. So, sabi ko sa inyo, how we can capitalize on a bigger move pataas. So, ito, resistance, di ba? Tindihan. Kasi yan ay isang key significant level on a higher time frame. For this instance, nasa daily. So, sa daily, meron ng form na candles. What do we see? We can see what? Buying pressure. Diba? So, how we can look for opportunity? Can we look for opportunity now? Given only one time frame? Ha? Meron na bang clear picture na pwede na tayo mag-enter? Either sell or buy? Meron ba? Di ba wala? So, what do? We look for a more, lower time frame. For a more detailed candles. For a more detailed, breakdown ng candles. Again, on a weekly, isang candle lang siya. On a daily, nagkakaroon na siya ng green candle. So, sa isang time frame, isang candle represents the time frame. So, for this instance, 1 day represents 1 candle. Okay? So, if we go to a lower time frame, but before that, ano yung sinasabi kong top-down analysis? Bakit mahalaga yon? So, pakita ko lang sa inyo ang basic analogy. Right? Boom. Yan ang basic analogy ng sinasabi kong top-down analysis. Okay? Top-down analysis, analogy, of course, we look for a higher time frame level, key level, down to a lower LTF or lower time frame entry. Kaya napakahalaga, use multi-time frame analysis. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang ako pwedeng tumingin sa isang time frame. Gaya ng ginagawa ng iba. Yung monitoring chart nila, dun din sila nag-execute. Again, it's not optimal. For me, I monitor the chart saan? Higher time frame, and I just execute ang entry sa lower time frame. Pag nakapag-enter na ako, I don't care what happened na lower time frame anymore. Balik na ako sa higher time frame for monitoring. So later on, makikita nyo bakit dito ako nagmo-monitor sa higher time frame. Instead na magpanik ako up and down dito sa lower time frame. So later on, may gets nyo bakit ang monitoring chart natin ay sa higher time frame at hindi sa saan? Hindi sa lower time frame. Okay? Going back sa charts. So, currently, we are on a daily time frame, di ba? Na-mark na natin yung ating, key level of resistance. So, hihimayin natin yan. Now, we go to a daily, 1 hour time frame. So, sabi ko sa inyo, on a lower time frame level, sa daily, isang candle, isang day. Sa 1 hour, ilang bang hours sa isang day? Di ba? 24. So, kaya, dumadami yung candles. Kung titignan nyo. So, ayusin ko lang para aware tayo. Right? Resistance yun, Resistance. Right? Okay. So, now, we know these two levels are yung resistance, higher time frame level. Okay? Yan. as based sa marking natin. So what do we see now? Paano tayo makakapag-enter sa market to look for an opportunity? Diba? And as a market structure perspective, anong nakikita nyo? Ano nangyari? Structure. Boom. Ano nangyari? Na-break. Ito. Diba? Na-break yan. So, for me, this is a key level of resistance which later on, pwedeng maging new support. But am I sure now na magre-react siya dito or mag-hold siya at hindi siya tuloy ang bababa? Not yet. Okay, applying channel trading. May nakita na naman ako, di ba? Anong ginagawa natin pag channel trading? Just connect 2 points. Sa baba, pwede na ba natin connect? Hindi pa. Wala pa tayong talagang confirm point reacting on this level. Na dating, resistance na break. Sure na ba tayo na magiging support siya? Hindi pa. Kasi wala pa tayong confirmation, candle based sa market structure perspective. So, naiintindihan? So, tignan natin if we can have an opportunity for a buy trade. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, look for how we can catch the big move. Oops, nakita nyo na. Nag-react na agad. Ano yung nakikita nyo? What do you see, guys? Diba, isa siyang, buying pressure candle, pin bar. Diba? Isa yan sa isang powerful pattern coming from what? Tingnan nyo yung sumunod na candle bago sa kanya. Isang bearish candle. Then, suddenly, naging, bullish candle na may buying pressure concept. So, for me, since I am on a lower time frame, and if pasok naman siya sa aking risk percentage or risk appetite na tinatawag, can I take long position? Yes. Why? Simple analogy ng trend continuation. Previous resistance, break, what become what? New support. So, kung magpe-place ako ng trade, yan ang stop loss, below structure, diba? Below structure. Saan ang TP kong una? TP1, saan? Doon sa higher time frame level of what? Resistance na minarkahan natin on a daily. Kasi significant level siya. Tama. Naiintindihan? Significant level siya. Not exactly dun sa line, but within that zone. Tandaan nyo, key level is not just single line. Hindi lang siya isang horizontal line. Not exactly mo mapipinpoint kung saan doon. But it is a zone kung saan pwedeng mag-react yung market, yung price. So, tandaan nyo, meron tayong channel dito or trend line na hindi pa nag-perform. So, tingnan natin. Nakapasok na tayo ng trade, di ba? Doon. Tignan nyo. So, gagalawin ko yung ano nangyari? Oops! Naka-enter na ako, di ba? Then, the market gives me another confirmation na papataas siya kasi nag-react siya on a support level. Support na siya, new support ha. Kasi na-break na siya previously as previous resistance become support. So, meron naman tayong engulfing based sa isang tinuro kong concept na powerful candle patterns. Ayun natin. Diba, engulfing? Na-engulf niya yung red candle. At the same time, dun tayo nag-enter saan? Adjust ko lang to ha. Below structure, ito. Below. Diba? So, anong nangyari? Up, up, up. May hit ba TP ko? May hit ba TP ko? May hit ba? Up. Anong sabi? Third touch? Anong sabi? Oops. Na-hit ang TP. But, anong sabi ko? Sa reversal structure on a third touch. 1, 2, 3. Ano? Magre-reverse siya. Plus, nabuo na yung ating channel. Nakapag-connect na ako. So, I expect, magbe-break na tong trend line na to, counter trend line, on a bullish perspective. At, expect ko, kasi nag-third touch na siya. Tignan mo. Nag-third touch, 1, 2, 3. Nasang level siya? Nasang level? Nasang level? Resistance. So, what do I expect sa market? Magre-reverse. But, ano? But, sure na ba ako na sasagad siya hanggang dito sa ilalim? Sure na ba ako? Dito? Sure ba ako? Sure ako, mabibreak niya tong trend line na to, counter trend line. Ito. Itong nasa ilalim. Why? Because it is part of my concept na 1, 2, 3 touch. 1, 2, 3 touch rule reversal. On a bullish trend, bullish uptrend, alam ko mabibreak niya to on a that perspective. But is it good for me na mag-exit na? Tandaan mo, we want to catch on a big move of the market. Diba? Tingnan natin ang formation ngayon sa daily. Ano nangyari sa daily? Ano nangyari? What? Dalawang candle, formations na green. So, tandaan nyo, ang monitoring ko, diba, sabi ko sa inyo, ang monitoring yung chart ko, nasa daily, higher time frame, hindi sa 1 hour. Dahil kung sa 1 hour ako magbe-base ng monitoring ko, tandaan nyo, lower time frame ay for entry lang. Hindi siya for monitoring. Bakit? Maraming noise dyan. Pag sinabing noise, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So, kailangan alam mo yung whole picture ng on a higher time frame level. Kaya pinakita ko sa inyo yung daily. Sa daily, malaking big candle. Dalawa. Nagfo-form. Okay, tingnan natin. For me, I will hold the trade. Bakit? Meron ba akong confirmation sa daily na dapat na ako mag-exit ng trade? Meron ba? On a daily? Na nagbay ako ha. Tingnan yung formation ng candle. Tingnan yung formation. Is it enough for me to take na exit na ako dyan? Magre-reverse na yung pababa. Meron bang confirmation? Na-break ba ng candle itong malaking red candle na to at para magdiretso sa pababa? Does it give me assurance na bababa na siya talaga? Di ba wala pa? So, I'm holding my trade on a daily perspective kasi yun ang monitoring chart ko. Hindi 1 hour. 1 hour is my entry. Once I take the trade, hindi ko natitignan yung 1 hour. For me, unless I will look for another opportunity or scale in my position or add position. Diba? But if the higher time frame level, itong daily, na-break tong red candle na to pababa, kaya una sa lahat, na-hit na yung stop loss ko or it will change structure at magre-reverse na siya pababa. But for now, cool lang ako. I don't panic. Bakit? I see green candles. Nag-buy ako, di ba? I see 2 green candles forming. Correct? So, magpapanik ba ako? For now, hindi. Kasi wala pa namang assurance na bababa talaga yung market. So, back to my entry. Hihimayin ko lang. Bakit hindi ako mag-e-exit? Kahit merong 1, 2, 3 rule reversal ako sa 1 hour. Di ba may channel? May channel dito eh. Ayan, di ba? Di ba sabi ko, pag 1, 2, 3 rule reversal sa isang bullish, ano, mabibreak niya yan. Magre-reverse. Di ba? But is it enough for me on a higher time frame level na mag-exit na? Nope. Because I want to catch the big move of the market. Yun ang purpose ko. If ako ay isang scalper, di ba? Kung scalper ako, nag-enter ako dito sa support level na to, nag-exit ako dito sa resistance level, I'm good. Done for the day. But ang topic kasi ngayon ay how to catch the big move of the market. Ibig sabihin, I want to capitalize ilang pips. Maraming pips because I do swing trading. Diba? For this case, normally they catch 800 plus or 400, 500, 300 pips move of the market. Diba? So, balikan natin. So, currently, nasa entry time frame ako. 1 hour. Diba? Again, once I enter my trade, ang monitoring ko, hindi dito. Hindi ko siya titingnan sa 1 hour. Sa daily ako. Why? Daily ang key level target ko ng TP. So, again, balikan natin. Sabi ko, ito ang key level ko ng TP. I want to capitalize on this big move. Diba? I want to capitalize on the big move. So, hindi ko siya i-monitor sa 1 hour. Talagang magpapanik ako pag ganun. Kasi, maraming noise sa 1 hour. Ano sinasabi kong noise? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Sabihin, maraming movement maraming formation ng candles na pwedeng maghinder sa decision making mo or sa psychology mo habang gumagalaw ang market. So again, tingnan natin ha. Magre-reverse na siya, alam ko. Based sa rule ko na 1, 2, 3 plus nandito siya sa key resistance level. But is it enough for me na mag-exit na agad sa trade? Tingnan natin. Actually, I expect this to happen on a lower time frame. Boom. Alright. Can I exit the trade? I'm now like below my entry level. Sa iba yan, nagpanic na, exit na, in and out. But then again, I want to catch the bigger move of the market. So, anong ibig ko sabihin nun? Balik ako sa daily, pakita ko sa inyo. Napakita ko lang sa inyo na ang monitoring ko ay nasa what? Nasa daily. So, ayan, na-form na. Dalawang green candle and then red. But, is it enough for me para mag-decide, exit na ako? Bababa na yan. Structure-wise, di pa. Why? Meron pa akong key support level dito. At higit sa lahat, meron akong buying pressure. Diba? So, balik tayo sa 1 hour. Pakita lang natin. Mensya na kayo wait lang. Ayan. May channel tayo, di ba? Nag-reverse na. Based sa ating 1, 2, 3 rule. 1, 2, 3, reverse. Expect ko yan on this channel. But it is not my monitoring time frame. Itong 1 hour. Entry time frame ko siya. So, tingnan natin ang galaw ng price action. If this did not hold, possible, bumaba na siya at mag-reverse sa akin ng market. And then, that's how my trade goes. Di ba? But then again, bakit ko sinet yung, bakit ko sinetong stop loss ko below structure? Kasi, alam ko dapat hindi siya bumaba dito beyond that level. Pag bumaba siya, I know the market goes against me. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Right? So, hanggat hindi nagbibigay sa akin na ang market ng confirmation na yun ay mag-reverse o nag-break na, hindi ako aalis at I will holding the trade and monitor on a higher time frame level. Tandaan nyo, this 1 hour is my entry time frame, not my monitoring time frame. So, I'm just explaining ano yung takbo ng mga candles or charts on a lower time frame and ikukumpara ko yun sa higher time frame level. Okay? So, let's see. Up. Ano nangyari? What does the market show me? Bullish engulfing candle. Engulf what? The red candle. So, meaning, I can say na ito ay itong dating resistance na na-break, di ba? Na-break nitong mga candles. Become new support. And then, what? Bumalik doon. Nag-reverse ang market from may 1, 2, 3 reversal rule. And nag-hold siya. Through what? This candle formation. Nag-hold. Ibig sabihin, kung ibang trader yan, nag-enter dyan, they're out. What? You see the difference? If ito ang TP mo, saan na ba yun? Wait lang. If dito ang TP mo, how many risk reward? 1:2. Right. I-duplicate ko lang to. Ang TP ko dito. Because I want to catch the big move of the market. So, tandaan nyo yan Kita nyo ang pagkakaiba. Again, I am on a lower time frame, entry level. Again, this is not my monitoring chart. So, nag-hold siya. So, it gives me assurance na the market will continue going up. Let's see. Nangyari. The market goes up. Again, by understanding how the market behaves through structure. So, balikan natin from simula. Una, na-break niya tong structure na to. Break niya, nag-retest, nag-enter ako dito. Bakit? Meron akong confirmation candle. However, drawing this channel, this trend line, that is dynamic resistance through my 1, 2, 3 rule. 1, 2, 3 rule. Nag-reverse siya. Nag-reverse, But, does it break my support level before as my entry? Yeah, it goes beyond my entry, but it doesn't goes beyond my stop loss. Again, the reason I put the stop loss here is this is another structure. Pag nag-break dyan ng price, ibig sabihin, totally, it will go down. So, meaning, my analysis or my analysis is wrong or the market goes against me. That's just how the trade or how my trade works for that particular scenario. But for this case, I know that if this thing holds, it will continue to go up. Doesn't matter if meron akong 1, 2, 3 rules sa entry time frame. Because that is my entry time frame. But if I will look on my monitoring time frame, which is on a higher time frame level like daily, oh, what is that? Ano nangyari? You see, coming from 2 candles, what happened? Nag-form pa siya ng candle pataas. So, does it give me assurance or confirmation na magda-downtrend na siya? No. 'Di ba? Hindi niya pa na-break 'to level na 'to, even this support level on a entry time frame. 'Di ba? So, I always see or monitor charts on a higher time frame. Yan, ganyan ang view ko pag nagmo-monitor na ako ng charts. Kasi naka-enter na ako, I just let the market play out. 'Di ba? So, if I am swing trading, I just monitor this entry daily. Hindi ako nagpapa-apekto sa lower time frame because for me, that's just noise. Unless I'm doing scalping or day trading na in and out lang sa market or within the day gusto ko na mag-close ng trade. But for me, you see, meron bang friction dito? What do you mean friction? Is there anything aside from this higher time frame resistance na magbibigay sa akin ng idea na magre-react doon yung market or how do you call this? Na magre-reverse sa akin ng market? 'Di ba wala pa? Wala pa eh. So, bakit ako mag-exit agad ng trade? Again, I want to capitalize on the big move through top-down analysis. So, I monitor on a higher time frame, entry on a lower time frame. Okay? So, again, back to the 1 hour time frame as the entry level. So, titingnan natin yung movement ng candles. Again, 'di ba sabi ko, nag-hold to eh. So, it means the market will continue. So, ibalik ko lang sa PowerPoint paalala ko lang ulit sa mga viewers, ano yung pinagsasabi ko. Yan. Diba? Ito lagi ang aking pag-trend continuation. Broken resistance, not break, what becomes new support for trend continuation. So, nagpakita sa akin ng assurance ang market sa chart na magta-trend continuation siya through my confirmation candle. Diba? So, ba't ako mag-exit ng trade? Ba't ako magpapanik? Why will I panic? Don't ka panic. Kasi I trust my analysis and I trust the system and understanding of how price moves. So, again, I want to catch on the bigger move of the market. Pag sinabing catch the bigger move, ang monitoring mo sa higher time frame. Not on a lower time frame or your entry time frame. Karamihan, pag na-enter dito na lang sila nakatingin sa 1 hour. Nag-reverse na 1, 2, 3. Hala, exit na ako. Bye-bye na. So, example nakita lang nila yan. Reverse na, 1, 2, 3 level, exit na ako. So, na-miss out mo yung napakaraming pips na supposedly 1:2 compared sa 1:6. Diba? Ang laki ng nasayang mo. Dahil, what? You don't trust yourself and your analysis. Bakit? nagmo-monitor ka sa entry time frame mo. Once you enter a time frame, go back to the key level time frame, which is yung higher time frame mo. Doon ka mag-monitor ng chart. Then, tignan mo yung price action kung magbe-break siya on a market structure perspective. Diba? So, moving on, balik tayo. Umangat yung price. Umangat. Again, I'm holding my position na. Kasi, nag-hold to. Nag-hold to. Again, as long as I'm in the trade, and it doesn't hit my stop loss, I'm holding. But if the price action provided me confirmation na magre-reverse na siya, like na-break tong support level na to, di exit na ako. Or, for me, trading, either hit my stop loss or it hit my TP. Or, hold my position, add more position, for more capitalization on the market. Ganun ako mag-trade. Hindi ako kinakabahan na, shit, nag-reverse na, wala na, bababa na to. Karamihan kasi ganun ang mentality. Like, natatakot na sila pag the market goes against them. But still, hindi ba naman nahihit yung stop loss nila eh. Plus, if nagbigay sa'yo ang market ng confirmation na it will continue based sa structure, bakit ka mag-exit? Bakit ka kakabahan? Again, trust your analysis. Kung marunong ka na mag-analyze at you know the logic of how the market moves through market structure, hindi ka kakabahan. So again, tingnan natin. See, it even gives me another opportunity through a market structure perspective. Diba? Another entry to. It's another entry. So meaning I can add position here. Diba? Tama ba? So later on sa isang series ng video, I will teach you how to scale in positions. So that in one big move of the market, you have multiple positions. Siyempre, you add positions on a conformed level. Hindi dahil marami kasing trader ngayon, like yung mga, ewan ko kung sino ginagaya nila. Sa isang level, dami, 10 trades. 10 positions pala. 10 zero, ewan ko kung ilang lot size nila doon. But then again, kanya-kanyang style yan, but I don't trade that way. So, for me, I trade based on sure analysis and a more structured level. So, yan. If example, nagad ako ng position, di ba, nagbigay ng confirmation. Dito pa lang eh. Yung TP ko, di ba? Again, below market structure. Dito. Kasi ito yung structure, next structure below, di ba? So, yan. So, aside from what? 1:6, meron pa akong 1:3. So, 1:9. So, tingnan natin ano nangyari sa price. Boom. Na-break na itong what? Key resistance level on a daily time frame. So, tingnan natin on my monitoring time frame na higher time frame level. Ano nangyari sa price? Ano na itsura? Yan ba ang mag-exit ako ng trade? Tingnan nyo ang price action. Siguro kung nandun ako sa lower time frame lang nagmamonitor, kabado na ako. Up down ng price. Bumalik pa sa entry level ko. Di ba? But if I'm monitoring on a higher time frame, hindi ako nagpapanik. Chill lang ako. Kasi the candle showing on a higher time frame, which is my monitoring chart, wala namang binibigay na signal sa akin na mag-exit na ng trade or nagbibigay sa akin ng confirmation na magre-reverse against mo yung market. 'Di ba wala? 'Di ba? You see any signal na magre-reverse sa akin yung ano, yung price? 'Di ba wala? Lalo na walang friction dito, oh. Puro red candles. Kung meron siyang gantong consolidation, like this, tulad nito, I know, magre-react doon yung market. Pwedeng yun ang TP ko. If siya ay in between. But, as you can see, sa higher time frame level, nasa na yung sunod kong friction? Dito, oh. Diba? Kita nyo? Diyan na yung possible mag-react ulit yung market based on a daily time frame. But, even I have this time frame resistance level, but still, wala naman siyang friction eh. Oh. Puro red candles. So, on a daily time frame, relax lang ako dyan. But on a time frame level na entry, daming noise. For me, these are just noise. Kaya, once I enter my trade, I leave the 1 hour time frame and monitor on a daily time frame for a bigger move. But if I want, again, to scale in positions or add positions, of course, babalik ako sa entry time frame ko, which is 1 hour for scaling in positions. Na-gets yung sinasabi ko? Sana naiintindihan nyo. Once na nag-enter ka ng trade, again, you still mark your market structure sa entry level or entry structure or entry time frame, sorry, for your optimal entry. Kaya lang tayo mamark nito mga support level, broken become new support, resistance become new support. Kasi I want an optimal entry. Kaya ako nag-draw ng structure. Kaya ko lang din pinakita itong channel, ito, 1, 2, 3, para may pakita sa inyo na I will expect the market to reverse and retest this support kasi meron tayong friction dito. Yung sinasabi ko friction, consolidation. Sabihin, alam ko na mag-react dyan yung price. So, nag-react siya, di ba? At nag-reverse. Lalo na, tinamaan siya sa concept ko ng 1, 2, 3, reversal, rule reversal. So, nag-reverse nga yung market, but still, the price holds in this support level from resistance becomes new support. Oh. Nag-bounce siya dito, and the market gives me another opportunity through this market structure. Ito. So, I use this confirmation candle as my entry. Diba? Still, yung TP ko nandun sa higher time frame level. Hindi nagbabago ang TP. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, the more lower you take for an entry, the better the risk reward. Kasi, nami-minimize mo yung stop loss mo at base sa structure. Diba? Hanggat palit ka ng time frame ng entry, anong mangyayari? Mas nakikita mo yung detalye ng candles at makaka-pinpoint ka ng structure at doon mo makakapag-place ng stop loss. Diba? Hindi naman ako makapag-enter ng trade dito sa daily. Wala akong makitang way para mag-enter dito. Diba kanina ito lang yung niya? Ganyan lang siya kanina. Mag-enter ako dyan. Kita mo yung sabihin natin nag-enter ako dito. My God. Ilan yan? Ilan ang stop loss ko? Pakita ko lang ha. Ilan? 350 pips? You're crazy. Diba? Kaya walang nag-enter sa higher time frame. Unless you are an investor or long-term trader talaga na ang entry mo daily chart at marami kang kapital. Sobrang laki ng kapital mo. But, again, I want a more optimal entry and lower risk, higher reward. Diba? So, balik tayo sa entry time frame. Ayan. So, I will just show you the benefit no top-down analysis. Anong benefit ng top-down analysis? Capitalize on a bigger move, less screen monitoring, and lower risk, high reward. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, I want to capitalize on a big move. So, syempre, ang monitoring ko nasa higher time frame. Less screen monitoring. Bakit? On a higher time frame, example daily, monitor ko lang siya every day, hindi every hour. So, nare-reduce ko yung stress sa sarili ko kasi wala masyadong friction sa wala masyadong noise sa daily. Sa 1 hour, talagang magpapanik ka. Talagang makita mo, tumataas, bumababa, tumataas, bumababa. And, low risk, high reward. Bakit? Because I use top-down analysis. Key level, high time frame, but I'll enter on a lower time frame to lower my stop loss or yung risk. But still, with the same TP on a higher time frame. Kaya high reward. So, ikaw, you choose. Diba? You choose. Same lang yan ito. Going back sa charts. You choose. Same lang yan ito. Yung kanina. Ito. 1:2. Kung dito ka, takot ka na kasi, oy, nagre-reverse na yan. 1, 2, 3, rule reversal. Kasi na-hit na yung TP mo, exit ka na. But then again, if you know your higher time frame level at alam mong walang friction, see puro red candle Ibig sabihin, walang way ang price na mag-react dito sa in-between. Di yan. Dito talaga ang talbog niyan. Sa friction na to. Sa resistance, higher time frame resistance on a daily. Diba? But sa 1 hour, may stress ka lang. Bakit? Tingnan mo naman, daming friction. Isa. Dalawa. Ayan pa dito. Tatlo. Ay, sorry. Dalawa. Tatlo. Tapos ito pang pinakamalaking to. Ibig sabihin mo, ang daming noise sa lower time frame. Which is, dapat hindi mo na may monitor yan eh. You only monitor dun sa higher time frame and enter on a more detailed entry. Kaya nasa lower time frame ka. Not necessarily dito ka mag-monitor. Biruin mo, pagdating mo dito, panic ka na. My God, nag-reverse sa akin yung market. Iyak tawa ka na lang. Sabi mo, naku, sunog na naman ako. Mali na naman entry ko. Diba? If you monitor on a lower time frame, you're missing out the bigger picture. The bigger picture. You are missing out the bigger picture, which is ito. And you're missing out on a big profit. Diba? Kaya as a tip, kung ako sa inyo, when you enter a trade on a lower time frame, go back to a higher time frame to monitor it. And if the signal or the price candle or price action provides you a reason for you to exit the trade, then do it. But if it doesn't, hold the position to maximize your gains. So, yan. Yan natin, ha. Again, less screen time kasi daily naman time frame. But for the sake of presentation, tingnan natin sa 1 hour. Up, down, up, down. Stress ka na yan. Oops, dito pa nga lang. Baka ma-stress ka na. Exit na ako. Sayang. Sayang yung gains. Diba? Nai-stress ka kasi, ang daming frictions, ang daming noise sa lower time frame. tignan mo sa daily time frame. Kung saan minark mo yung key level mo. Madami bang noise? Madami bang noise? Look at that. Noise ba yan? Yan ba yung kailangan ka mag-exit na ng trade? Ganyan ba? Is it going your way or reversing or going against you? Di ba hindi? Pag yan nakikita ko, I'm holding my position. But sa 1 hour, panik-panik ka na. Kasi, you are monitoring on a wrong time frame. And entry lang to, entry lang ang lower time frame. Para mas maganda lang yung risk reward mo kasi maliit yung risk mo pag nasa lower time frame ka unlike sa higher time frame. So, tingnan natin. Saan na ba to? Hindi mo tinamaan. Tingnan natin ang daily. Sa daily, yan. But is it enough for me? Is it enough reason for me to exit? Nag-break na ba yung structure? Nag-break na ba? Di ba hindi pa? Wala pa naman eh. Wala pa oh. Nag-break na ba ang structure on a daily time frame? Ba wala? So I'll just show you sa higher time frame, lower time frame. Kung dito ka, nagpanik ka na siguro. Bababa na sa akin yung market. Diba? Whoops. Whoops. Oh, diba? Hit na TP mo. TP hit. So you see? Does the market give me a reason to exit? Does the market give me a reason to exit? Yes. See this? This is a confirmation na kailangan ko na mag-exit. Diba? Shooting star. Selling pressure. But, it hits my TP. Ito. Diba? So, that's the point of higher time frame monitoring and entry on a lower time frame. Yun ang way para makakatch ka ng bigger move. You monitor your charts on a bigger time frame or larger time frame, higher time frame. You only enter at a lower time frame. Unless the higher time frame doesn't give you a signal na mag-exit na ng trade, diba? If wala pang signal or wala pang confirmation, ba't ka mag-exit? Tandaan nyo, when you enter on a lower time frame, that's just noise. Pag minonitor mo siya sa lower time frame. Yun yung importansya ng top-down analysis. That's why sabi ko, I utilize all time frame. Not necessarily yung titignan ko isa-isang ganito. I use logic. I know my key level is daily. So, I want better entry. So, I want on a lower time frame, which is for me, 1 hour. So, nakakita ako ng mga opportunity sa 1 hour based sa structure. Diba? 1, 2. If dito ka na, nagpanik ka na nga siguro eh. Here. On a lower time frame, you panic already here. Kasi akala mo, uy, bababa na yan, bababa na yan. But, on a daily time frame, di pa. Chill ka lang. Diba? Chill ka lang. Correct? So, yun yung way para makapitalize mo yung bigger move. Monitor your charts on a bigger time frame kung saan minarkahan mo yung key level and then leave your chart dun sa lower time frame kung saan ka nag-entry. Once you enter, leave it. Let the market do its thing. Huwag ka magpanic. It's either it hits your stop loss or it hits your TP. Ganun lang. Kung lagi mong i-monitor sa entry level mo, magpapanik ka talaga. Kasi ang daming noise doon. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It even retest yung entry level mo. Di ba? So, napakahalaga ng looking for the bigger picture for a higher gain or higher reward kasi what? You can catch the big move. Nakikita mo yung bigger picture on a higher time frame. Hindi on a lower time frame. Lower time frame, malilito ka lang. Magpapanik ka lang. For sure. Kaya maraming nasusunog or maraming FOMO. Akala nila na-miss na nila yung market or akala nila magre-reverse na sa kanila market. But on a key level structure, wala naman signal na kailangan sila mag-exit or wala naman signal na mag-go against sa kanila yung market. Alright? So, going back sa presentation, you decide. You choose. Diba? Again, the analogy of top-down analysis, key level as a higher time frame, which is your monitoring chart. Diba? Higher time frame, may monitoring chart. Entry time frame, leave it. Once you enter, that's good to go. Basta, tama yung entry mo. For buy, you buy at a support level. And for sell, you sell at a resistance level. Key level. Okay? So, yan yung analogy ng top-down analysis. So, sana naintindihan yung in-explain ko sa chart. Bakit namimiss mo yung mga malalaking gains if sa entry time frame ka nagmo-monitor. Diba? Karamihan common yan sa mga newbies eh. Nag-enter sila sa lower time frame, hindi na monitoring chart nila. So, nagpapanik sila at nai-stress kasi maraming noise sa lower time frame, up and down, up and down. Minsan nag-retest pa sa break-even, alam mo yun, break-even level. So, I hope naintindihan nyo yung concept na to. Again, benefits, capitalize on a bigger move, less screen monitoring, and lower risk, high reward. If you follow this concept. Okay? That's the meaning of utilizing top-down analysis and capitalizing on the bigger move of the market. So, that's enough muna for today. Tomorrow ulit. At nakalatag na naman yung ibang mga episodes. So, I hope natutunan nyo ngayon na it is better to monitor the charts on a higher time frame level, which is your key level structure, and than on a entry level para hindi ka ma-stress. Alright? So, sana ay may natutunan kayo for this episode on the benefits of top-down analysis and key structure level, lalo na pag sa monitoring ng chart. So, utilizing multi-time frame analysis and entering on a lower time frame for optimal entry. So, that's how you catch the big move of the market. Don't panic. Look at the bigger picture. If it doesn't give you the signal to exit your position, just hold your trade. But if it does, that's just how the cookie crumbles. It either hit your TP or hit your stop loss. So, as long as you trust your analysis and you trust your understanding of how to read the market structure. So, ganun lang. Capitalize on the bigger move and that's it. So, see you next episode and salamat nga pala sa mga champions and thank you. Alright, so see you again. Bye-bye.